Hey guys, it's WYVERN back with a new video for you guys today. What I wanted to go over today was basically how to use Reason and how to make OG Riddim the old school way. I think there's a lot of really good videos out there about how to do certain little things in Reason, but not a good sort of definitive video about how to use the DAW and how to make a intro and a drop, which is what I'm going to be showing you guys today. And I've had a lot of fun coming over from Ableton and learning Reason over the year or two that I've been using Reason as of late, and I can say that now I probably use it equally with the amount of time that I do Ableton, just because I like making variations and VIPs of other people's project files, and I think a lot more people are looking into doing that. So today I just wanted to kind of explain how this DAW works, maybe make a little bit of an intro and a drop, and yeah, we'll see what we can do here. Also, I want to say that these stems and the project file for the song I make in this video are going to be available on my Patreon, so feel free to check that out. There's also a lot of really good production content there, and I would highly recommend checking out what I have to offer over there. But with that out of the way, here is Reason, and so I'll just show you guys around the DAW real quick. So up the top here, you have all your different windows for your preferences and stuff like that. Also, you have your devices on the side here that you can pop out. Got your instruments, your effects, everything like that. And you've got your browser. This is where you can find your samples and where you can drag files from your file explorer up to your shortcuts, and you can save different files here. You can also add favorites lists, you can add tags. There's a lot of really good organization inside this DAW. And down the bottom here we have the metronome, so you can hear we start playing it, it'll play the metronome. I'm just going to go ahead and turn that off for today's video. And we also have the tempo, so I'm going to go ahead and set that to 140 because we are making some dubstep today. And yeah, first thing I'll do as well is I'll kind of go over the different windows here that you can access. So you've got the mixer, which I'm not going to be using too much today, but you can definitely use the mixer channels instead of the method that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit more of a complex wiring method that I like to do. But I think the advantage of doing this is you can be a lot more organized with where all the different wires go. I find it a lot easier on my brain to do it this way. And also something I have noticed, I'm not sure if this is a built-in thing in Reason, but whenever I use return tracks on the mixer, there is like a slight bit of delay for some reason. It could be due to some setting I have on, but all I know is that when I use the rack, the delay isn't really there. But yeah, I'll show you how to set up return tracks with the rack as well. Inside the rack here, this is where you basically store your entire song and all the different parts. And so I'm going to be showing you guys how I set up my mixes, how we do sidechain, all that different stuff. And then you of course have your sequencer, which is where we're going to be laying out most of the track today. And so yeah, cool thing you can do with this is if you hold shift and click on one of the options, it will open up and you can view multiple at the same time. If you're a person that likes to work on multiple monitors, you can also hold Control, and this will open up a separate window for you. But yeah, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to delete everything in the project real quick. And then I'm just going to pop in a couple mixes here. So I'm going to pop in 1, 2 mixes, and I'll name this one the main mixer. And then I'll also name this one the drums mixer, and I'm going to basically be routing all my drums into the top one and then all my main elements into the bottom one. And so the way that we're going to set this up so that we can actually hear audio coming through is I'm going to turn off this bypass insert effects here, and I'm going to route the master out into this one here. And then I'm going to basically connect the two mixers together by taking the master out from this mixer and putting it through to the chaining mixer. And this basically chains the two mixers together and means that all the sounds from this mixer will go into this next mixer up here. So next what I think we'll do is just going to create a bit of a loop at bar 17 here like I would normally do in Ableton. And I'm just going to add in a redrum. And something I like to do here is I will right click and click combine. And this is basically just for organizational purposes. I'm not going to be saving this drum rack as a combinator, but I do recommend doing that like this so that you can separate all the different tracks. And then I'm just going to take the outputs from all the different drums down here and connect them up into this top mixer. Alright, so now that we've done that, we can actually play back the default drum kit here and hear that all the sounds are active. And what I'm going to do now is go ahead and look for some drums that I would like to use for my own track. So I'm just going to right click and click reset device. I can find it real quick right there. And yeah, pretty much how this will work is you just go browse sample on here and then you can search for samples. So I might go ahead and search in my, or just in all locations, just so that I can find a variety of different drums, and this will basically just search all the folders on your computer. But what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to make a quick cut and just go and find some drums I'd like to use. Alright guys, so I've just taken a sec and selected a few different drums here, so I'll just play them through. So got a nice thumpy kick drum there, and then got a shaker and a tambourine, as well as a ride, a clap and a snap, which I'm going to layer together, and then a few different percussion elements here, so just some bongos and a cowbell, and then a nice crash sample. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to right click on the redrum and I'm going to click create track for redrum 1. And I'm just going to rename this to drums, and then I'm going to delete the combinator track. Now it's important that you click delete tracks and not delete track and device, or this will completely delete everything. Nothing that Control Z can't fix, but what we'll do is drop in a MIDI clip here by just double clicking. And then I'm just going to open this one up and go and lay out a quick drum groove here. Now, one thing I do like to use is the grid mode for when I am laying down my arrangement. And what this does is basically when you zoom out and zoom in, it will adapt the grid based on how far you've zoomed in or zoomed out. This is useful if you're making a pattern, because you can zoom out like this and then click Control D, zoom in, click Control D again, and it helps you with building a pattern really quick. So for this shaker, I might only zoom out that much and lay it down like that. And then I'm going to put the tambourine every now and again here, just on every second. I'll just shift that snap a little bit forward as well. Might even be the clap, I'll have to check. Let me just mute this row real quick. Oh, it's a shame. I think it's the clap here, we gotta move forward a little bit. Ever so slightly. There we go. So yeah, that's sounding good now. I think the clap sample has a little bit of silence before it. That's why it wasn't really hitting at the same time, but it's right. I just zoomed in and shifted it back a little bit. And now I'm going to do some triplet drum flows with the perks. And the way we're doing this is just by changing it to triplet grid, because the adapt grid by default doesn't do triplet stuff, it just does straight groove. I also just had a little crash in here as well. And I don't really like that silence or that tail that continues off of that bongo. So what I'm going to do is use the gate mode here in the redrum. What this does is it means that the sound will only go on for as long as the MIDI note goes on. So if we turn on gate mode, you'll hear that it stops after that. Something I might do as well is mix the drums real quick. Just going to take out any unnecessary low end from any of the drum samples. Add a bit more brightness to the clap as well. Alright, not sounding bad so far. Another little thing I like to do with my drums is if you click on the side here, so that it makes that redrum flash, and you click the comma key, you can create multiple different take lanes. Now what this means is that you can duplicate multiple different MIDI clips over here and kind of separate the drums into different parts, which is something that I like to do just for a little bit of organizational purposes. So I might have the top one be crash here, then I'll have one of the layers be for the percussion, so I'll just take out these other ones. And then I'll have one of them be for the clap. And then I might actually just have this one be for the cymbals, and I'll delete that top one. And then I'll have this bottom one be for the kick only. And so we've got the clap up top now. Put it like that. Now this does sound good, but it would sound better with some more reverb in that. So what I'm going to do is show you guys how to set up those return tracks I was talking about. So I'm just going to hold shift here and drop in a few different reverbs and effects. And what this is going to do is when you hold in shift, it will not automatically wire like that, but it'll actually drop in without any wiring, which is very helpful because you don't want too many unnecessary cables. And then what I'm going to do here is drop in a couple different delays here. So I'm going to drop in one that's just going to be on triplet, and then another one that is just a ping pong delay that I've made. That's just going to be on just standard quarter note ping pong. And this one I'm going to set to triplet right here. Now with any return tracks, it's important that you make sure that the dry wet is 100%. Otherwise you're going to get a bit of that dry signal when you route it through the sends. So I'll show you guys how to set up these return tracks now. So for this first one, for example, we're going to take the audio input, put it into here. Then we're going to take the output and connect it to the send out. We're going to take the chaining aux and connect it to the aux. And what this does is it'll basically connect this mix's sends to this mix's sends. And then we'll do the same with the Ripley space delay. We'll do the same with the delay line. And we'll do the same with that fourth reverb. And now if we do this, we'll be able to grab the sends from this mixer and put it into this one as well. And so I'm just going to select some different presets here. So for the drums, I might try something bright maybe. I'll see what bright ones they have. That one doesn't sound bad, it's just a little bit too... I still like an all-around one that I was going to do. And I'll just make a little low cut there on the reverb. And then what we'll do is I'm just going to add a little bit of delay to these. Some to the tambourine as well. Nice. All right. Not bad. And then for this one, I'm just going to use this preset called Space Echo. And I'm going to be putting this on my basses. But we just go like quarter note, a little bit of diffusion, full spread. And I reckon that will sound pretty good. All right, so we'll get going with the rest of the track now. And what we're going to do now is add in a little bit of a bass. So I'm just going to make a new combinator and call it bass. And then we'll load up Maelstrom here. I'm just going to reset this device. And we'll go ahead and route this into the combinator like this so that we can hear it. And then I'm going to take this output right here, put it into channel 1 in the mixer. And I might just lay down some notes as well, just so that we can hear what we're working with. So I reckon for this track today, we'll just work in F. And I'm just going to solo the track by clicking that little S on the side. And I'll probably just make it like a little half note flow like this. And I'm going to hold Control and Shift and then use my down arrow just to move it down. And I reckon for today we'll make something with sweeping square. And I'm just going to switch this over to this shape. Add a little bit of a volume modulation. I dial it back a little bit and then add a little bit of attack and release. And I'm just going to introduce mod A here and make it control the index. Nice. Then I'm probably going to go for a little bit of a chorus flanger afterwards. Just on 2/4. Might even try a phaser. I'm just going to put it into a bit of distortion now. It's all about just playing it back while you listen to the sound, and you make little adjustments and listen to how those affect the sound, and then you can find the best positions for everything. Yeah, sick, that's sounding a lot better now. And then what I'm going to do is I'll probably go with a bit of a reverb now. And I might go for a bit of unison on here. Just a slight bit like that. And I'm going to do a little bit of a high pass on the low end. At about 120. And then I'm going to just introduce a maximizer into here. Just for some loudness. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a sub inside of the same patch. And I'm just going to drag shift and drag the mouse room in between the combinator and that first mouse room that's doing our sweeping square. And then I'm going to bring in my utilities here, a line mixer. And what I'm going to do is just route that into the second channel here. I'm going to take these wires, put them into that first channel, and then take the master out and put it up there. Now you'll hear that we have sub as well as our normal bass. And so with my subs, I like to just do an envelope thing. So I'll just shape an envelope like this, and then going to boost it with a limiter, and we'll get it onto the sidechain. So now I'm just going to grab sidechain tool, and I'm just going to switch it here to sidechain mode. I'm going to make the sidechain release about 50 milliseconds, attack all the way down, and I'll make the ratio about 20:1. And with the sidechain, you have to put in a sidechain input here, but you're probably thinking, oh, well, we already routed the kick to the mixer. Well, we can actually use this thing called Spider Audio Merger and Splitter. So I'm just going to drop this in here by holding shift again. And I'm going to take this first one here and just connect it over to this. And then take this part, connect it to the kick. What this is doing is it's taking the kick signal and it's putting it into the splitter. And this is going to convert it into basically 4 copies of the left and right channel. And so we'll take 1 copy of that and put it back into the mixer that it was in. And then we'll take this other copy and put it into the sidechain tool. And now if we play this back with the drums, you'll hear that it'll actually sidechain to the kick. I do think we need to add a little bit of reverb to the synth as well. A bit of normal and a bit of space echo. Oh yeah, sounding a lot better there. I might slightly bring back that sub a little bit. Nice. One thing I might do as well is I'm just going to put a limiter on the master. I've noticed this type of thing is done a lot in the older Riddim songs, but we're just going to route it through like this, and then we'll set it on just the limiter mode and then slow and slow. Maybe a little bit of soft clicking as well. I'm gonna do a couple of EQs here as well. Not bad. Sweet. Alright, let's clear that track out the way and then make that one bright gray. Just gonna color my different tracks here so that I stay organized. Okay. I'll make another track here for the crash on its own. So let's do this real quick. Maybe this other track will clear the crash off. Just gonna swap these around. I'm gonna clear every symbol now and again by clicking M to mute it. Actually, I might just delete it fully. Yeah, sweet. What I might do now is we'll do some modulation on the different parameters here. So I'm just going to select some random ones that I think would be cool to modulate, such as maybe the frequency and the mod amount, the split. This is going to create a few tracks down here, and I'm just going to rename them real quick. So I'll do bass master, and we'll do bass, chorus flanger, and then the bass phaser. Alright, and then we'll delete that note lane because we're not going to need it. Automating that mod beat emotion really helps with like subtly adjusting that bass really nicely. Nice. Nice, that's sounding really good now. So I reckon for the next part here, what we'll do is we'll probably move on to some intro stuff now. But yeah, I'll just fix these drums real quick. So I noticed there was like a part where the hi-hat was missing, so I'm gonna fix it up real quick. So for my intros, typically just keep it really simple. So I might include this real quick. I might just copy this over here. Nice. Just keep one kick every now and again like that. Even introduce the clap a little bit there. One thing I might add as well is I forgot to add the ride for the second part of the drop, which is an idea I had that I was going to do. I'm going to add this ride. Actually, I'm kind of glad I didn't. It doesn't really fit too much. I'm not going to put it in there. Alright, let me go ahead and open up another combinator here. And we'll do just a normal Thor instrument, and then we'll do maybe like a little respace or something that'll come in. And we'll do like a little blippy thing to end it off there. Alright, so put in Thor, open up the combinator, route that into the combinator. Alright. So we'll go to the track for instrument 1 real quick. Just going to route this into number 2. And I reckon what we'll do is we'll go through some Thor presets here, because there are some really good ones, and then we'll design just a simple one. But for the lead, I want to find something nice. So we are in F, so have a look. That one's cool. Probably use that for the little effect in the background. I picked something else, I think. That's cool. That's funny. Cool. Alright, let's connect this other one into the mixer now. And we'll... find something cool. Alright, and then for this one we'll make our own bass, because I want to actually show how to do something, not just steal out of the fucking preset patches, but go in here. I do think the presets in there are fucking crazy though, they're so good. Alright, so we'll just do like a simple little Reese thing. Low note, of course. For this one, we'll just solo it, and then we'll go and put the chorus on here. Also, just add maybe a little bit of quartet, so just some more chorus. Because why not? Maybe a bit of phaser. That's not routed, so we need to route that like this. Sounds pretty cool. What I reckon we'll do is we'll put it through a little bit of distortion. Just a little bit of tape. And I'm going to add just an ECF on top to cut out some of the highs. Just gonna add a little bit of attack and release so that it ramps in and out. Nice, alright. And what we'll do now is we'll cut out the very low end with this. I'm just going to make another copy of this, and we'll do the same thing we did with the bass. Now what this is doing is, because we are making a really low note with the saw and we're using chorus, the fundamental of the saw is just going to go up and down because of the phasing. I've explained this in a couple of my track breakdown videos, but yeah, the way you can do that is just take out the fundamental and add a sine wave. So that's exactly what we're going to do, which is I've made a copy of this same volume shape. And we'll drop that in and then switch it to sine, turn off the chorus. And then we've also got to route this to the combinator. Okay, now we got a nice consistent sine. I get a different preset for this one right here. There's this one preset I like called Gangster Lead. There's like 3 different ones in here, but you got the first one, second one, third one. I'll try the first one. The first one sounds pretty cool. I need a bit more portamento time though. A bit of release would be nice as well. Sweet. Yeah, we just add those little bits every now and again throughout the drop, and it sounds sick. One last thing I might do is I'll just show you how to route the audio tracks using this method. So I'm just going to put in an audio track and just take the direct out here and put it into the mixer like that. And what we'll do is we'll do a couple of these. So I'm going to do one that's our FX. And then I'll do one that is just my producer tag. And then we'll route it like that. And then we'll take some samples from here. So open the sequencer. And I'm just going to clear out all these other things I searched for, and then all types. And I'm just going to search for my tag real quick. And just grab that.
Yeah, motherfucker.
And then I also do have some little effects thingies I can drop in here that I've been making. These are available on Patreon, by the way, just under the Ableton guide post. There's a couple different packs around there. But yeah, sample pack is coming soon, I promise. It's on the way. I'm just trying to make it super quality. And then, yeah, we'll have a listen back to these. Kind of arrange them in a nice way like that throughout the track. Put my tag there. And then we'll turn it down a lot over here, but then we'll add a lot of reverb and delay to it. Might also take out some of the high end from the reverb too. Nice.
WYVERN, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's a bit too loud. I gotta turn that down still. So yeah, that's sounding very nice. Give it one last playthrough real quick, just to take a listen to what I've made today. And then that'll be it, I think.
WYVERN, motherfucker.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm actually so happy with that track. Probably gonna finish that and put it out one day, I think. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. You know where to find the stems and the project file for this if you'd like to mess around with it. That is going to be available on Patreon, as well as the early access for the full tune. I'm gonna go take probably another hour and go make a second drop for this and mix it a little bit better. But yeah, hope you guys are able to learn how to use Reason to make sort of a half-finished track today or a playable. But yeah, definitely more videos coming soon, and there's lots more content available on Patreon. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good rest of your day.